Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Apple report for Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023. Before we walk through the charts, just want to encourage you to please click like every time you watch the daily Apple or Tesla report and subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. And please share the content if you would with friends and colleagues. And if you're interested, check out wickedstocks.com. We offer a full assortment of analytical videos on a daily basis, the Triple Q and the SPY. On a weekly basis, we put out 2 individual stock picks every week that you never see on YouTube. We just on Tuesday put out an 10-minute Uber video showing you meaningful overhead resistance that, if settled above, should spark follow-through buying as we move into March-April trade. S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, the TLT, that is the long bond ETF, so forth and so on. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'd like to start with the big picture, work my way into the day itself. Back in early January, we came off of what was a targeted zone of support in the lower 120s at the time, anticipating a test over the course of this year, 2023, of the low 170s. And we about 5/8 of the way up to it before now showing weakness. So let's jump into the day itself. Actually, what I'm going to do is do what I normally do, which is to say that on the way up, this zone between 138.41 and 143.03 was considered able to contain monthly buying pressures, and we could fall off from there. We posted two buy signals, that is to say, when we settled above 138.41, the long-term speed line, and then a week later above the channel top. We gapped above that channel top, and we may fall back into this zone, which leads to, that's the wrong chart, this chart, 148.40. So we tested this horizontal channel bottom on Tuesday. It has held. We did not, I don't remember the exact number. In fact, let me see if I can pull that up. I do remember these sometimes. But on Tuesday, that channel was at 148.52. So we did settle just below it, but certainly by just a few ticks. So, we could easily open above 148.40 on Wednesday, show stability, turn higher. And in fact, let's talk about that possibility of turning higher. Today, I've got 150.85. That is a descending 1/3 speed line over the last few weeks, able to contain intraday buying pressures. Now, I could call that a session containment level, but I'm also respecting 148.40 as a level where we could bounce nicely, actually, over the next 3 to 5 days back into the mid 150s. I'll get to that in a moment. So I just want to kind of keep it light there. 150.85, though, is well suited for aggressive day traders. It is a short sale zone. We could trade inside, the 148.40 to 150.85 area all day long, perhaps. All the minor points have been carefully chosen. I will say that if we close today above 150.85, we should reach this 155.94 new channel top. I say it's new because it's based in part on Tuesday's low. If we close above 150.85, we should see this within 2 to 3 days. And in fact, I'm going to say that holding above 148.40 will keep 155.94 in reach over the next 3 to 5 days. We could trade inside this band into next week. So 148.40 remains a meaningful level that can contain selling through the rest of the week, and above which we could, by the end of next week or sooner, reach 155.94. The clear indication of that within 2 to 3 days would be a settlement today above 150.85. Hi, if you enjoy watching our daily Apple report, you'll love our daily Triple Q and SPY reports. They're presented in the same 5 to 10 minute video format. Our daily SPY and Triple Q analysis provides directional market signals that are correlated with highly specific price support and resistance levels. Whether your trading time horizon is short or longer term, we promise you a distinctive edge in your trading of the SPY and Triple Q. We offer a 5-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. So go to wickedstocks.com right now and start receiving your daily SPY and daily Triple Q reports today. So downside today, if we happen to break or open below 148.40, I'm not expecting 143.03 intraday, but 146.32 is in reach. And if we close today below 148.40, that sets off a near-term sell signal, near-term being, over the next 3 to 5 days. Now, for those of you And this is actually, I just want to mention that this is probably an important point. The low of the high is 147.83. So if we close at below 148.40 and we do not close below 147.83, what am I saying? Am I saying that you shouldn't go short or liquidate a long position? I suppose what I would say is you could liquidate a long position perhaps, but in terms of going aggressively short, I really think that deserves a violation of 147.83. I'll leave that to you, but if we close at 148.17 or 147.95 on Wednesday, it's just too close to call. So if we close below 148.40, yes, I'd also like to see settlement below 147.83. Then we have basically a double sell signal into later week. Over the next, possibly within 3 days, reach 143.03, which is once again this long-term channel top coming down. It's still significant. It may be re-beefed up to a 4-star support level in the coming days as we have a rising speed line. Where are you? Bear with me here for a second while I scout it out. Here at 141.31. So there's a lot going on between 143.03 and 138.41. Right now, I have that speed line at 141.31 coupled up with 138.41. But over the next few days, it'll become more of a 141.31 to 143.03 area. In other words, the 143.03 descending channel top, I probably could have this drawn on this chart, will be converging with that rising 2/3 speed line that today is at 141.31 here. So I know this gets a little confusing. What am I saying? This is actually not a good chart to show here because these levels, I'm not paying close attention to them anymore. But if we were to close today below 148.40, 143.03 expected within 3 to 5 days, and I'm going to say right now that that is the beginning of a zone of meaningful support down to 141.31. This is the area that we'll be focusing on as able to contain selling through March trade perhaps. And from here we can turn higher. If we were to close below 141.31, 143.03, this narrowing zone of meaningful support over the next week or so, I think that's an aggressive downward pivot point into later March. Yes, we still have that long-term speed line and we'll probably bounce there. But honestly, these numbers are going to sort of change their weighting over time. As 141.31 rises and 143.03 descends, they will become sort of a team of support. 138.41 will probably be reduced to a session containment level only because quite honestly, if we close below this rising speed line, I wouldn't be surprised to see this market unravel all the way back into the lower 120s again within 3 to 5 weeks of closing below 141.31. But we're a long way from that right now. We need to close below 148.40 and 147.83 to merely indicate 143.03 over the next 3 to 5 days. So in terms of the swing trade, I'm going to go over it one more time. 148.40 is still your bottom picking territory in anticipation of 155.94 over the next 3 to 5 days. Closing above 155.94, we have the low 160s within 3 to 5 days, and I'll cover that well, once we get above that area. But if we close below, where are you again? 148.40, it's 143.03. So that is the 3 to 5 day down pivot into the lower 140s where we could bottom out through March and turn higher again from there. I threw a lot at you. Appreciate you sticking with it. Please click like and subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. We'll be back tomorrow with Thursday's Apple Report.